important player who will be coming off the bench and playing an important role. And also, you have to watch out for Fatima Tagnauti, a wonderful player who has got great skills. Will be important out there today as well. Lima Jericho, the 28-year-old captain of Kenya, and the officials, Vincentia Amedome of Togo, Mafisatu Yakini Shitu of Benin, and Mariam Shedad of Mauritania, with Aline Marie-Noël Gambang Aetong from Cameroon. The VAR officials, Maria Paquita Revet of Mauritania, and Bahamus Sadu Ali of Nigeria. And the lineup for this Kenyan team. We'll take a look. The goalkeeper, Awor, with Andieme Ngosi Ochaka and Makocha. Ochaka, just 17 years of age. Elizabeth Ochaka, the centre-back. Jericho, captain Obunyu and Emudo. 3 players in the midfield with Amundi, Nekesa and Makwana up front. Watch out for the 18-year-old Valerie Nekesa. Plays for Soccer Assassins in Kenya. Dangerous player with Beldine Odemba, former player at the helm of this Kenyan side, looking to make inroads in Group A for their first appearance in a decade. A wonderful return to the big stage, all smiles for the Kenyan team. 41 years that we've had a professional league in Kenya, since 1985. Just look at the sunset. Morocco unbeaten in 2026. Well, there's Hajj, an important player who will be playing an important role out here today. 8 El Hajj of Asfar. Lots of players from 2-time Champions League winners. Here we go then, Morocco playing in red and green up against the Harambee Starlets of Kenya. And a very important opening clash for these two nations who will want to make their mark. They want to try and get points. Morocco maybe tagged as favourites, home advantage of course. Jorge Evelda, the Spanish coach, at the helm of starting their campaign positively. We've got players who were running out in the last edition here in Morocco, with Benzina Redouani and Eitel Hajj. Lots of players from Asfar talked about what they've managed to achieve, and they've been playing some fabulous football over the years, of course, and winning the CAF African Champions League on 2 occasions. Great ball down the left-hand side. Then we can see the ball's being picked up. Masoudi trying to turn her marker there, Nasaka. There's the delivery into the penalty box and a chance, but it's Liliana Awor safely catches the ball and gets the ball thrown out very swiftly there for Kenya to launch an attack. Slightly overcooked as it goes out of play. And what's done by the 45-year-old has reached high levels in both the men's and women's games. Good ball out to the left-hand side, Masoudi. Sana Masoudi tries to cut inside, still got the ball glued to her feet. It's been picked up there, the attempted shot, there's a block. And it's being picked up on the left-hand side, inside of the penalty box with Redouani. and calmly getting the ball back. Good work from Elodina Cash, and loss of possession on that far side. Here's Vivian Nasaka. Gets the ball inside. Good pressing from Morocco, win the ball back. There's Masudi. Very dangerous player, Masudi, 26-year-old. And from Casablanca, originally born in Casablanca. Long ball sent up, and Ngozi. But it's been won back by the Atlas Lionesses. Sakina Wazraoui. Now a decent ball over there. It's been controlled very well. Masudi does well. Protects the ball. And there's the shot coming in. It's just got a little bit too high to cause Lilian Aouar any. Zineb Redouani. She saw the opportunity. Put it on her right foot and connected very well. It was just rising a little bit too high. And the 27-year-old Kenyan goalkeeper not spooked by that effort. Great work from Morocco. Ball comes out to the right-hand side. It's hit high and over the top of the goal. Sakina Wazraoui, excellent player, born in Spain, played for Tenerife. 2 spells at Anderlecht. She was raised in Belgium, despite the fact she was born in Spain. Very talented player, good speed as well. When she just drops those shoulders and races down that right side, you'll see a little taste of what she's capable of doing. Different kind of player than Sana Masudi on the other side, whose intricate skills are second to none. It's good work from Kenya to keep the ball in play. Omondi Fasila. And they win possession back. And the Harambee Starlets on the attack. Good turn. It's good work from Terry, and the shot comes in. It's not bad off the crossbar. Unbelievable effort there. The goalkeeper, Ramishi, was beaten. And what about that for a fabulous shot? And good battling down the right side, and that's going to be a free kick. The free kick goes against Kenya's Fasila. Wow, that was a spooky moment for Khadija Ramishi. And the experienced Asfar goalkeeper was well beaten. Just gives you an idea of the danger that Kenya can produce when they go and launch an attack. Trying to control the ball, Morocco, launching the quick ball. It's been dealt with by Ngozi, Ruth Ngozi. She's the Simba Queens goal centre back, who struts her stuff in Tanzania. Simba Queens. Nice intricate passing. Well, a little bit lucky and fortunate to regain possession, but on that occasion, that's been dealt with there by Ngozi. Tries to race out there, Eglay. They lose possession once again. It's been picked up by Morocco. The shot comes in! Well, that's a good save from the goalkeeper. Lilian Aouar comes to the rescue. Redouani's second attempt. It's a goalkeeper dealing with that left-footed shot. It was coming around nicely. And Aouar coming to the rescue for Kenya. And that was the shot at the other end that came off the crossbar. Redouani battling. And look at that, winning possession back. The referee says play on it. Picked up at the back by Nohela Benzina, another Asfar player. for the 5 players at the back, including the goalkeeper. Fazval, look at this, Masoudi, really good work. The delivery, it's headed, just tapped away. The goalkeeper comes to the rescue, a double save. First of all, parried away by Lilian El-War, and then just blocks with the follow-up shot. Regained and reorganised. Here's Ait El Haj. He's wearing the captain's armband out there today. 31-year-old to talk about Asfar. When you look at Asfar, you look at what they're all about, of course. Down on the ground is Ibtisami Jaredi. 33 years of age now, playing in Saudi Arabia for Al Ahly. Look at this wonderful work. Shakes off the defender. There's the delivery. Lovely touch into the corner. Could have been a little bit more accurate in terms of getting it on target. We've got a free kick that will be launched in here by Asraf, who's the Barcelona midfielder. Kota Asraf. Whipping it in from the right-hand side, just on the edge. It's a good, decent header. Another save. And this time, it has been touched there by Lilian El-War. Knocks it off Benzina's foot, and it goes out for a goal kick. Need to be careful with the marking. It's well played, very well played. That was the Benzina header. She got it really well. And that was the touch. Look at the way that she flicks it back off the player, and I think it's off Ouzraoui. Morocco losing the final in 2022. They lost 2-1 to South Africa, who managed to lift their first and last trophy and title that they managed to get, of course. And in the last edition, it was Nigeria who managed to beat Morocco. One of those titles, that was in fact their 10th star, their 10th title, just underlining the Super Falcons' glorious domination in the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Picked up on the other side by Zineb Redouani. Here's Marianne Atik, straight through the middle, lacking precision. Cut out there by Andiema. Be good to see Kenya just pushing the ball forward a little bit more, and there's the high ball going over the top, dealt with by Redouani. And picked up on that right side, Vivian Nasaka. Like the way that Kenya, they've given the ball away. This is dangerous. Morocco, there's the chip. Is it going over the top? Again, she's coming to the rescue, Lilian El-War. And the 27-year-old Kenyan goalkeeper, she has had her work cut out. Watched on by Beldin Odemba, former player for the national team. There's the flick. Goalkeeper coming out first to try and clear the danger from Valerie Nakesa. Otherwise, she'll be up there seeking and trying to get possession. Fasila does well. Very strong on the ball, very strong in protecting it. Nice little pass out wide. Mukwana Egle of Trinity Starlets, Kenya. We've got to be careful. Well, that was pounced on there by Era Ramishi. Thrown out wide to Redouani. Picked up in the middle. Haven't talked about Elodie Nakash and what she's capable of doing in the midfield. Wonderful player, working with Mrabet, Yasmin Mrabet, the Madrid-born midfielder. They work together really well. And with Asraf, of course, of Barcelona, you've got two players who are very familiar with Spanish football. There's Elodie Nakash. That's a little bit overcooked there, easily dealt with at the back by Lilian El-War. Good chasing, good racing. There's the delivery. It's a little bit far-fetched. It's not directly to the feet of a teammate, but the idea is good. I like what Kenya are doing. Just trying to cause a little bit of panic at the back, forcing the goalkeeper, Era Ramishi, from, to come out of her box, pounce, try and get in the way, and forcing her to just come out of her comfort zone, I think. Watch out for Uzraoui. There's the long ball going up towards Valerie Nakesa. She might lack experience being 18 years of age, but I tell you, she is a handful. She's playing in front of Terry Ngesha, who's of course got lots of experience. We talk about football back in Kenya and some of the key teams, the Kenya Police Bullets FC being one of the top teams, of course, as we know. And the Vihiga Queens, who we've seen play in the CAF African Champions League before. And Kenyan football is on the rise. Everybody's madly passionate about the beautiful game in the fabulous East African nation of Kenya. I'm sure that there'll be so many young girls watching and hoping that one day they get the chance to play on the big stage, just like their heroes out here representing their nation. It's the 27-year-old attacking midfielder Terry Ngesha forcing the free kick. And I think that's what we like to see. We love to see that, there is progress, and there is so much progress taking place in Africa in terms of the development of football right across the continent. Good to see Kenya return after a 10-year absence is fabulous. Let's see what they can do. Can they shake things up? Is the delivery. Jericho Mwanalima. It's there's a sea of red at the back to try and prevent them from finding a way through, but it has been picked up once again. Oh, the lack of control, the control just letting her down. Egle over on that right side. Trinity Starlet's player, unable to just put her foot on the ball, saw that there was a little bit of pressure coming her way. As we see possession slightly more dominant, of course, for Morocco, as expected. They love to control. 6 shots to 1, but that one Kenyan effort really came close. Crashing against the woodwork to spook Khadija Ramishi, the Asfar goalkeeper. The attempt to try and twist and turn, and there's the high ball going up. There's the header. It's been picked up here by Kenya. Kenya on the attack. Well, it's a wild effort to try and produce something from that acute angle, but still, you got to go for it. That was the effort that we want to talk about. Look at that from Terry Ngesha. Boom! Back off the woodwork, and it got a touch to her hand coming back. It could have been knocked back into the goal. She was very unlucky there. The Kenya Police Bullets FC forward, but what class. And it will be a throw-in, just sneaking over the line. Morocco in possession here. Morocco, nice ball down the right-hand side. This is dangerous. Sakino Zarawi picks the ball up on the right-hand side. Will produce some of that wizardry. Well, she's not got it easy, and there's the pull-back effort. Marabet unable to get that strike in on goal. And she hits it high. Sometimes you don't get enough time just to get over the ball, strike it. You're reacting before a defender, before a player comes towards you. Another effort for Morocco. And it's going to be a free kick, just following a foul there for Kenya. And a free kick here for Kenya. I think Aliyah Andiema. Kenya Police FC just leave it for Ruth Ngosi. She's got that right foot, she can hit it high. There it is, walloped into the penalty box. And well, the reaction coming from Atik is get rid of it in any which way but loose. And it has been drilled out. There's a coach from Madrid, 8 years at the helm of the Spanish national team, led them to FIFA World Cup victory, of course, before linking up with Morocco. It's another free kick there. And it will be Morocco who'll just get possession back just inside of their own half. 18 minutes gone, and a whole pile of scoring opportunities for Jorge Vilda's Morocco, as we see Beldin Odemba trying to mastermind the fall of the hosts' opening game. Benzina, little acceleration there. And good work from Redouani. Good pressing as well from Kenya. They're not allowing them to have their own way. Mourabet, there's the through ball. Now they've got a little bit of space on the right-hand side. The shot goes in! It's a drive into the corner. And Jorge Vilda's Morocco take the lead. Sakina Ouzraoui is the goal scorer for the hosts as they open the scoring in the 20th minute here in Rabat. Well, let's just have a look at this once again. That was the pass there out to Ouzraoui. Right-footed, slotted into the corner. She had a little bit of time to set it up, spotted our off her line, and going close to the near post across the goal, making it more complicated for her. Driven in to offer the celebrations for Morocco, but all credit to Yasmin Kati Mourabet with that quick pass and the quick goal. And a fine effort indeed. And Sakina Ouzraoui sends these fans into raptures here in Rabat at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium. Well, it was maybe a question of time before they got that golden opportunity. 7 shots, that was the 8th, and they finally got their goal. But it was well spotted, it was smartly delivered, that pass out wide to Ouzraoui. Kenya on the attack, looking to try and restore parity. No foul on Fasila Omendi. And a little bit of pressure as the ball gets knocked out for a throw-in. Kenya will regain possession. And Kenya and the ball picked up in the midfield. Kenya, they'll pick up a free kick. No, play on, says the referee. Kenya played 2 matches in the FIFA series earlier this year. It was a 2-0 win against India in Nairobi. And then a few days later, Australia in the Kenyan capital, lost 2-0. Harambee Starlets getting themselves 1 win, but coming into this, trying to feel confident in the way that they approach this opening game, because the daunting prospect of trying to tackle and deal with the host nation, one of the top-ranked nations in Africa. Of course, there's a header. She got up well. I like what they're trying to do. The high ball over the top is a good option. And that was the goal, that was the setup. Nicely struck, low into the corner. I mean, she got her knee over the ball, she drove it in low, away from the outstretched hands of Lilian Aouar. And a fine goal indeed. Free kick for Kenya. Ball going over the top again. There's their downward header. Nice flick. Didn't quite read that, did she, Valerie Nekesa? Sometimes you got to believe that your teammates are going to get up high enough to flick the ball on. She took a step back, so she wasn't on a... And when Marta did make contact, she was not ready to race onto the knockdown ball. Nicely done at the back. That is quality. Love what she's doing. And Benzina Nohela, a role model for the young generation of Muslim footballers, of course. An Asfar player. And here's another teammate getting hauled down. Big fan of Sana Massoudi. That was what I was talking about. Look at that from Benzina. Quality skills, shaking off her marker to give herself a bit of space to make that pass and get some freedom on the ball. Oh, you have to be careful there. You got danger absolutely everywhere, and they'll be chasing down absolutely everything. Sudi there, decent header there coming in from Atik. She's tall and gets up very well. As a centre-back, that's exactly what you want. There's Benzina, outside of the left foot. Clears it marginally. Picked up here by Fasila. Fasila, the through ball. Great chance for the... Oh, that's a wonderful position at the far post. Well, that was great opportunity. It really was for Kenya. You can see the Belgian Odemba applauding and saying, we got ourselves into that position. But first of all, great control. Brings it down. Look at that through ball. And, well... Nikeso tries to get the ball past the goalkeeper for Egle to race onto. Very close indeed. Morocco double teamed to make life a little bit complicated. Not the right pass down, knockdown from Terry and Gesha. Is picked up by Eitel Haj. Oh, so supremely cool there. Oh, it's just gone out of bounds. That's a bit of pressure at the back. And you can see that Atik Marianne, the 28-year-old, she plays for Fus, which of course is based, one of the top teams based in Morocco, in Rabat. She played for Spain as a youth player. Former Parque Sol player is Marianne Atik. Let's focus on Kenya. Jericho. There's the short corner. Picks up. There's the ball at the far post. A chance for a header for Kenya. And Massoudi clears the danger. Well, it's not safe just yet. 25 minutes in. Morocco with a 1-goal advantage. Algeria beating Senegal 2-0 in the opening game earlier today. Good battling, but that was a slightly over-physical effort there coming in just to knock down Elodie Nakash, who wins the free kick. Will be very pleased with what she's seen so far. Fouls, well, matched at 4 and 4. There's a lot of promising signs that the Harambee Starlets could cause some concerns. Wonderful work this down the left-hand side. Sudi tries to race past her marker. Ball gets knocked out for a corner. Love the work, but that's good work from Nasaka as well. Vivian Nasaka, the Hakari Guko, Spore FC player, coming to the rescue to say, no, you're not going to come past me, you're not going to get it all your own way. And Sana Massoudi's got all of those skills. There's the very tall, towering Yasmin Kati Morabet of FC Valence in Spain, coming up to try and get on the high ball. Atik is up there as well, two of the tallest players on the pitch. And they will disperse and fragment to try and connect with this corner. And finally, the referee will allow the corner to be taken. There it is, the delivery goes right over. There's a chance for the header! It's got in! Look at that! The goal has been scored! And he talks about the towering Mariam Atik. She does the business. And the header into the corner offers Morocco a 2-0 lead. 28 minutes in, and the home fans are celebrating. Great start to this first half. The corner comes over, she gets up high, angled into the corner, perfectly delivered, beating Lilian Aouar to make it 2-0. Well, despite the defensive attempts to try and prevent her from getting up high, Atik provides the second for the home team. Mariam Atik, 10th cap playing for Morocco, 28 years of age, and of course Fousta Rabat playing in her backyard. Two goals to nil on the 29th minute. Second goal for Atik. The catch going down. Terry hauling her back up onto her feet. Free kick will be taken here by Noheila Benzema. Benzema, the 28-year-old Asfar player, lofts it over, goes out to Masudi, down the left side, bit of space, two defenders coming down and just making life a little bit more complicated for her. She's gone down. And Holt clutching her ankle there. Oh, bit of contact, but oh, that's the moment that the foot went up, and she did receive a bit of contact there from Mwanalima Jericho. The HB Korge player based in Denmark. Patrice Motsepe, the CAF president, who's heavily invested in African football and very much women's football in Africa, which is fabulous to see. There's the chance for another shot. Mohamed, she's just fluffed her chance there. But that's great work to pick the ball up. Goes out wide to Ozraoui. Ozraoui trying to shake off a marker. No wizardry on that occasion. Eitel head! And the header, the delivery, and another goal. Brilliant goal. Ibtisam Jaridi getting on the end of it. And a fabulous third goal for Morocco. And just 2 minutes after Mariam Atik delivered the second for the hosts. The 33-year-old Al Ahly player in Saudi Arabia. Look at that ball, it comes up, she's onside, she beats, she's just in front of the defender, comes right in, she's unmarked, and she connects perfectly there. Look at this, moving away from a marker, great header straight at the goal, and Lilian Aouar unable to deal with the power that she's produced, and that is just a quality goal that they have to be a little bit more astute at the back, Kenya, if they want to try and get out of this group. Drady, who played 92 matches for Asfar, but now playing in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. Kenya on the attack, picking the ball up, is Fasila, unable to thread the ball through. Midfield marvels collects. Nakash gets the ball out to the left-hand side. Sudi. And Azraf Atik. Sometimes talk about these players that they've got on the pitch. We've not even mentioned Ghislaine Shibak, the wonderful leader and player for Morocco. Outstanding player, but let's get back to the action. Sakina Ouzraoui again trying to shake off Liane Diema, winning the corner. Ghislaine Shibak, daughter of the Moroccan footballing legend Labi Shibak, who won the Men's Africa Cup of Nations back in 1976 for Morocco. Great vision, set-piece specialist, scores goals and very intelligent. Sudi picks it up with that left foot of hers. Oh, she's shaken off Andiema, trying to get the ball in. There's the delivery coming over, and another chance for another goal. It goes over the top and behind the goal. What a great chance that was. The flag does go up for offside. And Morocco on the offside flag going up. Otherwise, we would have seen Atik celebrating a second goal. Just going back to CAF, the African Football Confederation President Patrice Motsepe, he was, well, they made a decision late last year to increase and expand the number of teams to 16 from 12, which is fantastic. We had 39 CAF members that entered the qualification campaign. 38 teams chasing 11 spots, of course, Morocco the hosts. And then they decided to expand it to 16. 9 played. 9 of the teams that played in 2024 edition are back, with Botswana, DR Congo and Tunisia missing out. Cabo Verde, Malawi qualifying this time. But the fact that we've got 16 teams, that's a great ball out to the right-hand side. That first touch just letting her down, and there's the firm challenge on Zineb Redouani, who will pick up a free kick over on that far side. And the prize money, it's up to $5.8 million, so the champions here in Morocco on the 16th of August will pick up $2 million US, and that's twice as much as it was 2 years ago. Well, last year in the 2024 edition, earlier on, the runners-up will receive $750,000 US, and all 16 teams, they'll earn $150,000 each, which is up from $125,000. And that, of course, comes also from revenue coming in from the television coverage. And there's been a lot of changes in terms of coverage of this competition. As there's another chance down the left-hand side. It's beautifully done. The goalkeeper does so well. Look at that from Lillian Aouar. And she comes to the rescue on that occasion. But the wizardry down that left-hand side, just such a fan of Sana Massoudi. Can't quite get past the goalkeeper, having dealt with the midfield and defence. It's the first time ever that the Women's Africa Cup of Nations is being broadcast live in the United Kingdom. And also the first time in Germany as well, on And there's more than 18 plus countries in Africa where it's free to air. It just tells you, you know, the scope and how women's football plays such a major part in the game today. And it's fabulous to watch. It's exciting, thrilling, and the quality is amazing. Sakina Wazraoui gets the delivery over. It's just been dealt with by Ruth Ngosi. And the centre-back just cutting it out to prevent the 24-year-old Tenerife player to find a teammate. Ngosi coming to the rescue and working well at the back. They've obviously understood that they've got to tighten things up. This is a dangerous situation. There's some tall players in this Moroccan team, and they're going to go and try and connect with this once again. Sudi this time leaves it for Khouta Azraf. Pulled back on the edge of the penalty box, has been picked up, it's been teed up. Now Redouani can't get a shot in. Sudi unselfishly making that pass. Could have gone by herself if they'd been in the offside trap. Oh, there's the touch. Unable to just flick it past Aour, otherwise Gerardi would have been celebrating a second goal. Three goals to nil for Morocco. Back to Benzina. There's the delivery down. Ouazraoui making connection there. Jericho hits it back up. That's great skills, wonderful work, and a little lucky deflection there as the ball's been picked up by Fasila. Fasila, she's, I don't know why she did that. Trying to pull that ball across Terry, who just decided to get that, I don't know if a shot, through ball, whatever you call it. Fact was, no one saw that coming. And when no one sees it coming, they understand that it's obviously a little bit complicated. We've got 5 more minutes left to play in this first half. Morocco, 3, Kenya 0. Wazraoui, Atik, Gerardi, all scoring goals for the Atlas Lionesses, who are here for business. Fasila can't thread the ball through. Ait El Haj with some fine work, losing possession. The battle back. And that will be a free kick for Kenya. But throws her arms up in the air. Hanan Ait El Haj, another player who's played for Asfa. In fact, get the chance to run out for the best team in Morocco. You know you're going to head for Asfa in Rabat. And Hanan El Haj, 3 stints over time. She's now playing, she's back at Asfa, but formerly at Agadir, down in the south of the country. There's the tussle, that's Fasila who goes down, and then from that challenge, hope that she's going to be okay. She's working hard down that left side, battling and trying to find a little bit of space and outwit these Moroccan defenders. Hasn't been too easy. Three minutes left to play here in this first half. Jericho. There's the delivery. It's well punched away. Well, again, she just knows how to holds and protects, and she's been outstanding, Sana Masudi. Born in Casablanca. Expected goals, you can see, 2.77, 0.86. Just going on the stats that we've actually seen throughout this game. Now there we are, the capital of Morocco. Rabat, wonderful city, and a great history. Of course, it's connected to Saleh, which is a former pirate haven. It's got the wonderful Migragi River, and the big souk and the bazaar. It's a fabulous part of the world. It really is, on the Atlantic coast, right from Casablanca to Rabat. And of course, wonderful cultural treats if you ever get the chance to go. Lilian Awad just kicks the ball out of play. It's Morocco who'll pick up possession, and down on the left side, she's, well, been in the thick of it today. She really has, coming up against all sorts of shots and headers heading in her direction. And she's stopped and thwarted Morocco's attack on numerous occasions. Into the last minute we go, and trying to put an end to the attacking threat that's coming their way from one of the favourites to win this edition of the WAFCON. There's the overlap. Redouani still in possession. And the free kick will be for Morocco. I think that she was going in maybe slightly too physically there, Valerie Nakasa. It's all about how Kenya stopped the goal from going in here at the Moulay El Hassan Stadium. There's the delivery coming in. It's punched away, and the referee will give a free kick for Morocco. Yeah, a little bit of contact there coming in from Rabat, who's going to tower and try and cause problems in the air from the high ball coming over, corner, free kick, whatever. She's always up there. 3 minutes of added time. One already down. Ouzraoui trying to sneak past the defence into the penalty box, gets the ball across, it's been cleared. And that's a great clearance there from Eglay. And a chance here for Kenya. Can they get a goal? There's the ball coming across. It's been drilled away by Atik. Kenya continue to battle. And Redouani. Azraf. And there's no one there to race onto that. Back to Lilian Awad. Picked up on the right-hand side. This time just giving it back to Kenya. Nahambi Starlets, free kick in the midfield. Jericho twisting and turning to try and find a bit of space. This will be taken by Ruth Ngozi. There's the other straight at Redouani. Coming back through the middle. Zaraidi giving the ball away. A chance here for Kenya to push forward over on the right hand side with Mukwana Eglay. Pass back would be the right option. Two players going through the middle there. There's the delivery, a chance for a header. Well, it's fallen down. There's the battle to try and keep possession. And good defensive work there really was from Aitel Hadj. And look at what she does. That was Valerie. Love that little pullback. Just gives her enough time, puts it on the left foot just to show you her ability to play with both feet. Couldn't quite connect, otherwise that could have been a pressure cooker situation for Khadija El Ramishi. And there's the half-time whistle. What a first half performance from the Atlas Lionesses. The hosts have really sunk their claws into their opening Group A encounter of this Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations clash here on home soil, with the beautiful backdrop here of Rabat. It's Morocco 3, Kenya 0 at half-time here in Rabat. "13 minutes and 3 goals was Rawi, Atik and Drady scoring those goals for Jorge Vilder's team. And lots of pressure on Lillian Arwar, the Kenyan goalkeeper, who's been put to the test against one of the top teams here in this competition. And complicated, a number of shots. We'll get to look at the stats in a minute and understand just how complicated it's been. There we go, shots on goal 8 and 13 in total for Morocco. 6 shots for Kenya. They even hit the crossbar, with Terry producing that thumping effort from outside of the penalty box. Couldn't quite get that goal. That would have shaken things up, but Khadija Ramishi lucky to see the woodwork shake rather than the net get rustled, and the possession dominated by the host Morocco. Yeah, 252 passes. The accuracy has been slick as well, 83.7. And an entertaining opening clash for both of these nations, with the Harambee Starlets back in the competition after a 10-year absence, and providing us with some fine entertainment and coming very close in getting themselves their first goal since they last managed to run out in this tournament in 2016.
Some sounds are eternal. Some calls are meant for the wilderness. Into a command and navigate in the direction of your heart.
Play music.
Let music accompany every journey. And let intelligence connect every off-road enthusiast. J-Crew Intelligent Connectivity, making the soul freer and travel more secure.
Alrighty, welcome back into our studios. It's been a fun-filled first half. One-way traffic, if you ask connoisseurs of the game. And it looks like the Moroccans clearly have showed their intentions for this year's edition of the Women Africa Cup of Nations. It definitely must stay in Morocco. Third time lucky, they always say, is the best. We are supported by Omoda and Jayco, the best on the road when it comes to automobile. Thank you very much for joining us. Nanedu is still here with me, together with, how do I say it? FIFA agent and scout.
Yes.
I needed to get it correct. FIFA agent and scout. And we are blessed to have her in the studio because we are learning a lot from issues of the field, and of course for their kind of job, what they look out for, the quality on the field of play. So it's halftime, and we've seen 3 goals against the Kenyans. I at some point concluded that Kenya for no competition, because in the first 30 minutes and you are down by 3 goals and nothing seems to be working for them. Nana, what did you see in the first 45?
And I'm really surprised about the goalkeeper, because
their goalkeeper, the Kenyan goalkeeper,
yes, she's gotten the height, but she has problem with the reach. That is one thing that is affecting in today's game. Look at the first and the second goal. The third goal, I don't have problem with it because it's an excellent goal. But the first and second, I think you should have
walk us through the first goal.
From this angle to identify that center forward up front.
Yeah.
You know, Wright is a right-footed player. He will go to the left side.
To the left side.
So you need to find a way to get a proper reach to the ball. And I think the down balls were difficult for the goalkeeper to do something from it. I think, it's a brilliant goal from the player. The pass from that midfield was a super one.
Yes.
For a woman to get that angle, to spot the player from that angle, and for him to shoot from that angle is a super goal from the Moroccan.
Hey, but don't take anything away from the women. They say what we can do, they can also do and do better.
Gender balance.
And like Pamela said earlier on, back in the day, it was just them chasing the balls.
Yeah.
Now they read the game and they understand the game. But the Kenyans, so they didn't read the game first half. Because it's sad, honestly, to come to this level in terms of the competition, to showcase what you are made of on the African continent. And you are ranked as one of the best teams when it comes to women football in Africa.
I think it's rather the Moroccan team who are chasing some of these top European sides. It looks like they are ready now to win the competition. The kind of football they are playing, the teamwork, the understanding, you can see they are improving on what they did the last edition. They were in the final.
Yes, they were.
I told you they scored 2 goals until Nigeria came back into the game in second half to win by 3-2. So they want to improve on what they did the last edition of the WAFCON. And that is what they are doing in this particular tournament. Massive improvement from the Moroccan side, and they are ready to this time fight hard. Look at, the facial expression of their technical bench. They know they've done something within the setup that need to get them this particular results.
Okay, let's take a look at this situation now. From the corner kick, the positioning of the defenders, the Kenyan defenders. Obviously, there was no lady marking the goal scorer. She had a free header. She picked the corner of the goal post where the goalkeeper had no reach. Easy goal for the Moroccans.
Those 3 players behind the 16-yard box, they are running towards the 16-yard box. They only left 1 player in the 16-yard box. So they know the crossing will come deep into the box to miss targets. If something they've rehearsed in the training grounds and it's working for them.
Clear and obvious.
But if you look at it, even they are not marking anybody. They are just in the 18.
They're there to add up to the numbers.
Nobody is giving.
There was no close marking.
Man marking.
Yeah.
You watch it. Everybody is free. So 18 could have the one there.
Easy side for a goal.
8 Kenyan players in the 18-yard box.
Yes.
Only 6 players from the Moroccan team. But the player was smart enough to spot where the player was coming from. I think they know he's the most dangerous player coming to the 18-yard box because one, he's got the height. He's got the technique to drive the ball into the angle that he wants the ball to enter.
Exactly.
I think that is one thing that the player spot from the player to get the ball into the post.
All right. Well, those 2 goals at least really gave it away for the Kenyans, and it was against the run of play that the 3rd goal had to happen. But for me now, how do you bounce back into the game? And again, another and a clear opportunity for the Kenyans to clear their lines. Not the best of clearances, and we've seen a lot of those faulty clearances. But Morocco, very, very organized, very, very limited in making the acquisition of spaces their own. Top corner of the net, again, goalkeeper.
If you ask me, I'll say Morocco is doing well, but I want to see them against Algeria. Kenya is just not putting in the work. Look at their back line. The Moroccans always find them disorganized.
Yeah.
Look, all the 3 goals, they just caught them off guard.
You know,
And then
when you go back in about 30 seconds before the kick, they had about 8 players in the 18-yard box.
Yes.
But none of them was able to defend from that angle. Let's go back. Look at this, please.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That
7.
is 7 players from the Kenyan team. And they have only 3 players from Morocco. But they were able to spot the player from that angle. I think those 3 players, one of them should have defended well because
The 2.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
2 against 2.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper is also doing a terrible job because at least she should be organizing them and calling them to where
Their
they should,
attention
yes.
to where the strikers
Because
were,
look
where
at
the
the 4
players were.
players on the left side. There's one Moroccan girl there.
Yeah.
And all the 4 players were heading
Were
towards
heading
that,
out of
the 18.
the 18, yeah.
So obviously they don't know what they are doing there.
And even before the kick, the player who had the ball into the post was in between the 2 players of the Kenyan defense.
Yes, right there.
So one of them should have man-marked.
Yeah,
Woman
just,
marking the player in the
I like the way
in
woman mark.
18-yard. But I think that is one thing that affected the Kenyan defense. So one of them should have made sure
Because
it didn't reach them.
even the goalkeeper was watching and she couldn't even do anything about
Nothing.
it.
But I thought that it was rather the goalkeeper who should have,
At least
called
come-
their attention
maybe
to
come
it.
closer.
Exactly,
or,
exactly.
her reaction was poor.
Second half will be starting any moment. What do you think the Kenyans should do? What do you think? What should they change going into the second half?
Well, we can say it here, but they don't look like a team that are poised for anything there. I was saying it earlier that every team will take 3 maximum points from them in this tournament because
They'll be the whipping team.
Definitely, because the defense, the back line, they are just not organized. They don't know what they are doing. They just keep coming forward. They can't recover well. I mean, it's not a team you want to watch. It's disappointing actually, because I thought in the first 5-10 minutes they ran in and even they hit the
crossbar.
Crossbar. I was thinking that would even motivate them enough. And no, this team is just not.
This was
doing
a
well.
goal that the goalkeeper clearly had no inkling what was happening.
No.
The Moroccans knew exactly what they were doing.
Because goalkeeper with this height,
Yeah.
I think she's not doing a good job at all. At all. No, it's disappointing.
Well, it's disappointing, but the Kenyans also have the second 45
Maybe it's the
minutes.
fear for the host nation. So let's see. Maybe they'll pick themselves up. I don't know. But
So if for example, I mean, we're all watching the game, but you may have the eye to scout. What qualities has that goalkeeper, the Kenyan goalkeeper, that you think would be worth your time scouting for her or checking on her?
currently it's just the height. So for me, I think maybe her confidence is also is questionable here. Because you see, sometimes that's what we give to Benjamin Asari. Sometimes on platforms like this is the time to show yourself.
Okay.
I tell players that you have to show off. That one, it's important you show off. So what can you do? Because with this height, nobody will overlook her. There's no way a scout will sit down and say, this goalkeeper I will not pick or I will not even bet on.
Her build, her stature.
Yes, even the stature. When she was coming in, I just looked at her, I said, oh, this one. But maybe it's the first game, and so she's jittery. But when they settle, maybe we'll see something.
Let's just hope that the Kenyans can settle into their stride and maybe we'll see a better performance in the second half and then in other matches that will be played. But we're taking you back to Rabat, where we are getting ready for the second 45 minutes of this game. We'll join you again at full time. Do enjoy the match.
Try and get that goal. They'll try and build and create chances. But to bring down Jorge Vilda and the Moroccan Atlas Lionesses, I think it's going to be quite tough. The fans are having a party, and well, they're sharing the goal-scoring duties as well with 3 players. The right winger Sakino Uzraoui getting in early, getting her the first. And Opis has come on for Egle out wide on the right-hand side. And Aero coming on as well. Well, 3 changes, and totally understand what they're trying to do. Make it a little bit more tighter at the back. Shilwatsu comes on in defence. Here we go then, second half. For this opening Group A encounter, Morocco-Kenya. And 3 goals in the space of 13 minutes for the home team as they go in search of more. That's a decent clearance there coming in from Ngosi. Needed to get there first. She did her job. And they need to tighten the defence, but also try and get themselves scoring opportunities. They've got so many skillful players within this Moroccan team that life is going to be complicated. You know that Nigeria are going to be tested along with South Africa and Zambia. And of course, likes of Mali, of course, and Cote d'Ivoire. We got some great teams competing. I'm looking forward to see what Cabo Verde can do as well. There's Opisa for Mukwana. There's the change, there's a goal! They've scored number 4, and it's barely 2 minutes in. And Jaidi is again getting herself on the score sheet. Big celebration there for the 33-year-old Alali centre forward, beating Lilian Awolo. And it's an incredible lightning fast start to this second half. I mean, what a performance this is for the hosts. And we'll get to look at this again. There's the wonderful ball down. Sudi with the delivery. Look at that downward header. She's unmarked. And a little foot there just to knock the ball into the corner. And goal number 2 for her. Such a clinical marksman finisher. You have to keep her kept in close tabs. And there it is. Barely 2 minutes in, and Kenya have conceded a 4th. It's not the ideal scenario for Beldin Odemba and the staff for this Kenyan team. Former head coach of the Kenya Police Bullets, working alongside Godfrey Adwar and Mildred Cheche, assistant coach of KCB as well. Nice turn, nice bit of space, trying to get the ball out wide. Wonderfully done, like the work that Terry's produced. There's the, well, dealt with kind of unconventionally, but it was well dealt with, I suppose, with Khadija Remishi, easily collecting that at the back. Chested down. There's Marabet showing a bit too much of the ball. Luckily, she's got Eladina Cash. It's been threaded through. Azraf tries to get the ball out to the left-hand side. Sudi's not going to pick that up. Oh, they've managed to collect again. Pull down onto the ground. And Azraf, such a dangerous player, such a wily and tricky player to deal with. Just look at the way she just gets in front of Opisa, who's been brought on to just bolster the midfield, but also work her magic up front, of course, Opisa, if necessary. Mrabet FC Valencia midfielder. He's going to go for goal potentially. That right foot. He's going to try and bend it, try and produce something special here. Very tall, towering midfielder, isn't she? Talk about her ability in the air, but she's also got a fine right foot as she goes for goal. There it is! It's not too far away from the target. Roof of the net, the final destination for Yasmin Kati Mrabet. Looking forward to see Barbara Banda come out and strut her stuff for Zambia for the Copper Queens. And the Super Falcons under Justin Madugu, looking forward to seeing what they produce as well. Finances the first round matches. So much entertainment to look forward to. And I hope that you're going to follow and tune in to catch every single play, every single goal, because there's going to be goals galore. There's going to be masses of excitement over the next few weeks. And of course, because this doubles up as African qualifiers for the 2027 FIFA World Cup in Brazil, the top 4 teams, there's a delivery coming across again, and it's whipped across the 6-yard box. And it goes out of bounds. There's a little bit of frustration coming from Ibtisami Jaredi, who's claiming that her shirt got yanked. Will we go to VAR? That's the question. Well, she's down on the ground, and Elizabeth Ochaka is the player. No, play on, says Vincentia Medome of Togo. Atik sends the ball out towards Uzraoui. Uzraoui teasing, showing a bit too much of the ball. Mrabet tackled, a little kick from behind. She's in a little bit of pain there. And Diema. Sorry, it's Eiro. Mercy Akini Eiro, the 26-year-old, who plays for the Ulinzi Starlets. Four goals to the good, and there's Hanan Eight El Hajj. Captain today for Morocco. Far post, taken well there by Lilian Aouar. Lilian Aouar doing the damage, doing the business more so, as the ball's knocked back. Nakash, there's Michi. 5 players from Asfar in the starting 11 for Morocco. Good through ball, always found its way through as well. There's finding herself free, but luckily they've got a goalkeeper who's very astute and trying to do her best, although she's under heavy pressure. Sudi. Slick play with Zineb Redouani. Ball goes over to the right-hand side. Collected here. Eight El Hajj, front post, and headed away by Ngosi. And it's going to be a throw-in for Morocco. Maghreb, as they say in Moroccan. Good protection of the ball. Win a free kick there. 2 players from this Moroccan team down on the ground. Heavy challenges coming in. The Kenyan, word is you've got to be tight, you've got to be physical. Cash down on the ground. She's playing a football in Geneva for Servette. Actually born in Limoges in Western France, but the free kick goes against Morocco, in fact. She's also a former Al Ahly player. The 4 goals, Wazraoui, Atik, and a brace for Jaredi. There's a chance to get the ball out to the left-hand side. It has been. It's a great poaching, pinching piece of play there. The referee seems to be okay with that. No, we're going to go back for the free kick. A lot of major reaction from the Moroccan bench regarding the challenge. And a bit of contact in the face, maybe a whipped up hand that just whiplashed the face of Zineb Redouani. Let's have a look at this again. Yeah, I think that's the right hand that just goes up. It wasn't on purpose, of course, from Mwanilima Jericho. See the reaction from the bench. She's fine. And Redouani will pick up possession here. Looks like Azraf will take this though. Togolese referee, Sentia Amadoume, ready to allow the game to continue here with the free kick. Right-sided from Khouta Arzraf into the penalty box. It's headed away. And the ball cleared there, and Gossi coming to the rescue. And Valerie unable to get hold of it. It's going to be Moroccan possession again. Former Raja Ain Haruna player. Scored 2 goals, Zineb Redouani for Morocco. It's great hustling. Another throw in. Messi Aero. Sudi running into a little bit of trouble there. Sudi just catching Terry as she goes down. She kind of hurt herself a little bit more than accidental fashion, but free kick it will be for Kenya. One of my favourite players, but Fatima maybe come on. That was the connection from behind on Terry, hitting the back of her calf muscle, knocking her down. Will she get her hat-trick today? To Sam Jaredi. It's good to see her goal. That was the delivery, that was the touch, that's the second goal, the 42 minutes into the second half. That's a perfect striker's goal, isn't it? Getting in front of your marker, it's kind of like a foot up. A little bit of contact. And 2 goals for her. Bit of the magic spray, magic sponge, all works a treat. 30 minutes left to play here, Morocco providing us with some scintillating action up front. 4 goals to the good against the Harambee Starlets, who continue to put pressure on Morocco, but unable to deal with the attacking prowess, the finishing skills of who are attacking the Kenyan defence with a pride. Here's Redouani. Redouani setting up Masudi. Has gone a little bit too far there. And holding fort is the 17-year-old Elizabeth Ochaka of Kenya Police Bullets FC. Just showing how to protect the ball and not getting nudged off and pushed out of the way, holding her own. Nicely done to get the ball back to Ngorsi. Ball comes out to Vivian Asaka. It's well, just hustled again, and Sana Masudi goes down, tries to entangle herself away from the defender, but comes off second best. Continue. I don't know, Sana Masudi might get, there's Chilwaso is the player, Chilwaso the Kayole Starlets. Tagnouts will probably come on for Sana Masudi, that would make sense, or maybe not. Jaraidi comes off, Masudi's coming off as well. And Hadi coming on. Two goals for Jaraidi and some fabulous football from Sana Masudi down that left side. And the change coming in is it's Jade Nassi of Le Havre in France, west coast of France, Atlantic coast of course, who's going to come on. There's a decent ball, it's another scoring opportunity, couldn't quite control and shoot. She's only just come on, Nassi, claiming that there was some kind of contact with Andy Emma. I think she went looking for that. Been beaten, they find themselves trying to exploit the contact, or maybe the shirt pulling or whatever. That's a good ball down the left hand side. Kenya on the attack, acres of space down that left side. Silla, well, the control lets her down. Lovely work to get the ball out to Wazraoui. Here's Wazraoui threading the ball through. Again, strong work from Shilwatsu just to prevent Zina Redouani from racing off and causing chaos down that left side. These young future stars of Moroccan football looking and just admiring what they're seeing. They really have produced a masterclass out here today. 26 minutes left to play. Let's see what Kenya can do. Be great to see Kenya score a goal and just get that goal that would spark some celebrations, and that's great work, and pushing the ball through. Big strong collision there with Atik, who scored the second goal for Morocco. Back up on the attack down the right side with Terry. Terry looking for some support. Squares the ball, but that's too close to the Moroccan midfield. Through ball, not good enough. That's cut out by Shilwatsu. Nakash giving the ball back to Atik. Atik to Benzina. Benzina, Redouani. Oh. Hustled and a loss of possession. There's a chance here. Here's Opiso. Opiso's delivery! And it's gets a little touch to it at the back. The goalkeeper, Khadija Ramishi. Just making sure that it's safe from harm. Punch there. Preventing Nekesa from getting anywhere near it, but the corner will follow. Let's see what kind of reaction Kenya will have from this. See if the Starlets can shine and celebrate. But not before the referee diffuses some of the angst within the penalty box. A bit of holding, pushing and shoving. There you go, the bus queue, as I like to call it, will disperse soon. Where will this go? There's the delivery coming in. Front post, headed away. Mrabet does the business. Razraoui racing away. This is... She holds it back. Still on her feet. Gets knocked over a second time. And this time it will be a free kick. She's been very busy on the right side. Also on the left side on that occasion. Going up through the middle. Free kick it is. Yasmin Kati Mrabet. She had a free kick a little bit closer towards the penalty box that didn't manage to come down quick enough. Roof of the net last time, midway through the second half. Kids getting a little moment of magic. There's the delivery, the shot coming in. It's dealt with there by Lilian Awour. And this time keeps it lower, but slightly tamer than the first effort that she launched from, as I said, closer range. Still had a bit of power, forcing the Farrell Constanta goalkeeper based in Rome to parry the ball away. It's a 4-goal cushion. Uzraoui Atik, the centre back, and Ibtisami Jaredi. Four goals from 3 players. That's a decent ball. Acres of space down the right-hand side, but it's gone slightly overcooked there towards Awour. But the hands were up. A little bit of contact there just to prevent them from racing forward, which was enough for the referee to react and offer Kenya a free kick. Little push. Delivery comes in, edge of the penalty box. No chance of a shot coming through. A cluster of disarming that attacking moment for Kenya. Burly defensive work at the back for Morocco again. Benzina with the clearance. Kenya would love to get hold of a bit of possession in the midfield and just try and work their magic, pass the ball around, not finding the space that they want, not finding a little bit of time for them to look up, make the passes. Movement off the ball is going to be primordial for Kenya if they want to get that goal or more. It was Rawi, races away, takes the ball out of bounds. And a change for Kenya, and Nikesa up front, and she's been replaced by Madalena. Irene Madalena, the 25-year-old Vihiga Queens player. (64-36), bit more possession. And in the second half, expected goal 3.7. It's increased for Morocco just by what they've done so far. This has been, as I said, a clinical performance from a team who really know how to score goals. Benzina. Atik. Good work by El Haj. Showing a bit too much of the ball. That's good, strong work that is, and that's a great ball to the right hand side. Now this is Opisa on the right side trying to keep hold of possession. It's on the left foot. There's the delivery. It's a shot coming in. Oh, that was a magnificent effort there. It's just dealt with by Ramishi, and if that would have been in a bit of trouble, but she saw that coming. That's some sterling work coming from Opisa. Charlene Opisa, the 21-year-old. She plays her football in Uganda for a Musi College school. Benzina, Redouani. Marabet gets the ball out to Rezarawi, trying to shake off her marker. Shilwatsu finds, unable to just thread that ball through, wins possession back. Redouani gets the ball, there's the delivery coming over. It's an easily dealt with ball coming through for Lilian Aour. Well, the damage has already been done for this Kenyan team. Morocco just have been colossal out here today in Rabat, here at the Moulay El Hassan Stadium. A chance here. Let's see what Madalena can do. Running out of space. Another chance and a Shot coming in, it goes wide of the target. She's only just come on to replace Valerie Nekesa. Has Irene Madalina. Look at that. Strange trajectory there, of course, as you can see. And she throttled it with that left foot. Pisa unable to get the ball back. Marbet doing well. Terry comes in and knocks Redouani down to the ground, who's not too happy with that. It's all good. He's so present out there today. Has Zineb Redouani, another Asfar player. We talk about the importance of this team, of course, with Benzina, Eitel Haj, and of course the goalkeeper Khadija Ramici. It's only Mariana Tik who isn't an Asfar player. Coming on to replace Wazraoui. And Nakesh goes off. And coming on for her is Shema Mortaji, who plays for, he's the 30-year-old forward for UTS Morocco. Shizlan Shibak, not coming on today, it looks like. Picks up in the middle. Here's Mortaji with a shot. It's taking a deflection. Still alive. That's not going to happen. The referee blowing the whistle for a free kick. 13 minutes remaining here. There's the hand up, as you can see, on Jericho from Ashraf. Vivian Asaka, nicely done. They'll change the direction. They got an overlap there as well. Oh, it's just a little bit too close to Adel Haj, the captain. No nonsense. Right back, steering the ball, clearing it comfortably. Girardi with a brace. Atik and Uzraoui are the goal scorers for Morocco today. Very dominant in the way that they performed. Very clinical in the way that they've scored goals. And good support here from the fans who will, of course, recognise that Morocco will be one of the top teams and in this competition as they go in search not just of continental success, but also one of those very much sought after tickets for the 2027 FIFA World Cup Brazil. Good work in the midfield by Hadi. Kenya back in defence and back defending firmly. Comes back to El Haj. Benzina. Just such slick passing. Marbet over to Redouani. Plenty of space. That's a good ball to the left-hand side. And a chance to capable of doing. First little taste of this WAFCON. And it's going to be a free kick following the foul there on Fasila. Badri's at fault. Shilwatso with the free kick. 10 minutes left to play. And a dominant 4-goal lead for the Atlas Lionesses. A long searching ball that's been dealt with at the back by the towering Marianne Atik. Throw in over on that. Some poignant defensive work at the back. And the Moroccan medical team racing over to assess the situation with Hanan Eitel Haj, who's the captain out there for Morocco today. Well, fantastic stadiums, of course. We know that this is now that the men's FIFA World Cup has come to an end. All eyes will be on Morocco from now on, not just for women's football, also for the FIFA and the 17 World Cup that's going to be taking place here. And also with the build-up towards the next men's FIFA World Cup. But of course, lots of competitions taking place here, women's and men's. And it just tells you what the continent is all about. Of course, the last time that Africa hosted a FIFA World Cup was 2010 for seniors. But we're seeing the under-17s competitions taking place here in a festival-style way, which is absolutely brilliant. And there you go. Hajar Saeed, the 21-year-old Paris FC player, is about to make her entry. Ball's rolling once again. We've got just under 8 minutes left to play here, with maybe a few minutes of added time just for some of the stoppages that have taken. Very strong, looking very dominant, looking for more goals, constantly in control, just the way that they play their game. They really have been outstanding today. Nassi, nicely picked up there, is Hadi in the midfield. Back to Benzema. So in control at centre-back, isn't she, Nahela Benzema? There's the through ball. It doesn't manage to find a teammate, but you can just see that they're constantly searching. Motaji unable to get to the ball. Shilwatso getting rid of it. Redwani. And Saidi coming on. It's Marabet, Yasmin Kati Marabet. She's been strong out there today. Another standout performance with Said coming on. Getting her first run out for Morocco, which is great to see, and I think that there's plenty of opportunities here for these Moroccan players. Well-deserved experience on the big stage. Terry Ngesha. Morocco on the attack again. And the ball just getting nudged out of over the line. It's going to be a corner here for Jorge Vilda's team. Well, the hosts to get themselves a 5th goal. It's quickly taken, and the driving shot there doesn't find its way through traffic. Under a little bit of pressure, unable to really get the clean strike in. Diffused and dealt with by Kenya. Ball going back to their goalkeeper, Ramishi. And that's the scenario with less than 5 minutes left to play. It was Zarawi with the opening goal slotted in. Goals from the ever so dangerous forward who's constantly causing issues up front, Ibtissam Jaridi. 2023 African Player of the Year at the CAF Awards, and 12 seasons playing for Asfar, and now 50 matches played at Al Ahly and 74 goals. Just give you an idea of what she's capable of doing. Well, she's got 2 more for her country. A little bit of hesitation, but still managed to clear her lines. Morocco will play Algeria and Senegal in Group A as they try and finish in one of the top 2 positions to qualify for the quarterfinals. And then if you get through to the quarterfinals and you win your quarterfinal, you will earn your tickets for next year's FIFA World Cup in Brazil. If you lose, you go into an intercontinental playoff. So there'll be a couple of matches that will be taking place to decide the 2 African teams who will move through. And then afterwards, they'll come up against other nations who will enter the intercontinental playoff matches that will take place later this year, November, December, and then again with the final berth coming up in February next year. A little bit like the way that DR Congo managed to battle through and qualify for the men's edition of the FIFA World Cup. And that just came to an end, with the Leopards back on the big stage for the first time since the country was Zaire. The Leopards back on the big stage. 2 minutes to go here. Morocco 4-0 up against Kenya. And a very positive start to their campaign. And Patrice Motsepe there, along with all of the head of the Moroccan Football Federation, Mahdi, and everybody else, of course, who have been working their magic to bring the right results to the North African nation, the Kingdom of Morocco, who are playing fabulous football on all fronts. Would love to see the women's team get themselves a title as we enter the last minutes of normal time here at the Moulay El Hassan Stadium in Rabat. Kenya doing well to keep the ball in play. That's a good through ball. Kenya on the attack. Player on the right-hand side. If they can get the ball back across, you can see the no pieces there. There's the delivery. Benzema comes to the rescue. And that is a solid clearance, but the flag goes up for offside. Morocco will next play Algeria, with Senegal playing Kenya. 3 minutes of added time before the Moroccan players celebrate a standout performance to get their campaign up and running here on home soil. Nicely done there from Hadi. The ball comes out wide and picked up by Eid El Haj. Well, that's going to be a free kick finally going against Morocco. Fasila just hauled down to the ground. Yeah, well, it could have been one or the other, to be honest with you. I think that she's a little bit shortchanged on that occasion, Hanan Eid El Haj, but not that it will change anything. Here's the positive is that Kenya get a chance to try and get a goal before we wrap up this first day of action from Group A. Well, that's a free kick for Morocco. And a yellow card has been pulled out for Eiro. Merci Eiro of Erlin Starlets. First yellow of this match. There you go, coming behind and just knocking down Badri. Najat Badri, another Asfar player, born in Saleh. 55th match playing for her country. Good acceleration, she's got a great ability in the midfield to run with the ball at her feet and cause problems in defence. Was being picked up here, a chance. Looking for a bit of support. There's the through ball, the attempted through ball doesn't manage to sneak through and find a way to pick up Nassi, but still the idea and the notion was a good one. Throw in for Morocco. Still in possession on that right-hand side. There's the ball coming across. It's headed away. A chance to pick it up. Showed too much of it. Kenya collect. Trying to run out of their own half. And that's the full-time whistle here to the applause of the fans here at the Moulay El Hassan Stadium in Rabat. The clapping hands and the cheering fans tells you that this was a demonstration, and they have underlined their ambitions in this competition. Morocco 4, Kenya 0, the final score here in this Group A clash of the Total Energies CAF Women's Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2026. A brilliant start for the Atlas Lionesses. All smiles and hugs for what they've achieved out here today. A brace from their marksman Jaredi Wazraoui with the opener Atik, the centre-back towering high to make it 2, and finally they get their 4 goals, and Jorge Vilda will be happy with his team. Kenya back on the big stage, unable to deal with the quality of Moroccan football today. They'll come back and try and deal with Senegal in their second game, and all credit to Beldin Odemba and their players, because they're flying the Kenyan flag, and they can be very proud of what they produced out there today. Nearly getting an opening goal through that smashing effort from Terry and Gesha. That flew back off the woodwork. And it's all about the Atlas Lionesses and their quest to conquer the continent for the very first time and bring an end to Nigerian supremacy at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. All credit to Morocco on what they've managed to do out there today. Nighttime in Morocco, and here we have the woman of the match is Hanan Ait El Haj, the captain of the Atlas Lionesses. Total Energies woman of the match.
اول حاجه كنبغي نشكر صحاباتي على لا فيكتوار اللي صراحه ما جاتش بالسهل، وهذا التروفي هذا كنهدي لهم كاملين، كنهدي للجده ديالي الله يرحمها ولها برحمه الله، والحمد لله الخدمه الجماعيه كتبين على الروح ديال الفريق، وان شاء الله نزيدوا للقدام ان شاء الله. شكرا.
She was masterful. And she was strong, and she was leading by example. The captain, Hanan Ait El Haj, with the woman of the match trophy there, as Morocco score 4 goals to get their campaign off the ground in Group A of this CAF Total Energies Women's Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2026 tournament. The Rambi Starlets about to try and focus on match day 2. They'll take on the Lionesses of Teranga, Senegal, who fell to Algeria.
Clearance sales. Max Buy is bringing you a massive clearance sales you don't want to miss. We've got amazing deals on TVs from 32-inch all the way to 75 inches. We have fridges, we have freezers, and we have air fryers to upgrade your kitchen. Air condition from 1.5 horsepower all the way to 3.5 horsepower. This is your chance to grab quality product at a crazy clearance sales. Yeah, Bonnie, don't come here, don't come me. Hurry now. Visit any Max Buy shop nationwide. Don't miss out. Ubet me a friend so 0594 091 122. You can also visit our website www.maxbuy.com.gh. Once it's gone, it's gone. Go get yours now.
Betismet has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gambling can be addictive.
Nana, I couldn't sleep the whole of the night.
This is my promise.
Wow.
But Dana Kunkun.
I love that.
A police report. Samoti and car and Tia and Sakana say, Yatis, your mom for so me feel. Yes, sir, Munya be found here.
And tum tum, what did you try to move?
We need holy insecticide spray.
Spray them away. Holy insecticides.
Be happy, we have finished them all.
Yes, spray Omui. Over 15 minutes and send more random. Nemo, what's your 1 years? When you quell,
it's here. When you query more team from a mobile.
Holy multi-purpose spray and coil, and Tom Police. This advert is FDA approved.
Bigo Cola is changing the game and giving away free cash. Introducing the Bigo Scan and Win promo. Your chance to enjoy great taste and win instant cash every day. Just buy a bottle of Bigo Cola, locate the QR code on the label, scan with your smartphone, watch the video and enter your details and stand a chance to win instant cash. No waiting, no stress, just real rewards instantly. From everyday refreshment to unexpected rewards, Bigo Cola is more than a drink, it's an experience. So what are you waiting for? Grab your Bigo Cola today, scan the code and win big.
Bigo, big on taste, refresh your vibes.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply.
This advert is FDA approved.
Big money. Impact me who ya manage home. Pick 4 no. O pick Emma 4 now. Good because me di 50 something million. Me di no me di be share me dwuma mu me di be farm materials pamton di bi nso eto ho no e save said e be ya e be boa me ye twa no anopa 9 o'clock ene ewia 12 o'clock na enyi 6 o'clock awudi ya na wosika ayedai aba betom me gusu twa said e be ya me di ni kese a esensa e di aye medwuma
enye den kra dial *946# fetwa be din kunim fa game pack agree so na benya mula bebre ene ya ko gamepackgames.com na nyanchechemu.
Alrighty, welcome back into our studios. Oh, it's been fun. It's been hilarious watching their hosts Morocco set the tone for sweet victory in their first match. They belong to the Group A squad that also has Algeria and Senegal. They played earlier on. Algeria beat Senegal by 2-0, and a comfortable 4-0 drubbing at the expense of their opponents. And Morocco are clearly in the driving seat against the Kenyans. The Kenyans would have to work above themselves to ensure some level of sustenance in terms of onward participation in the competition. Pamela and Nana Edu are still here with us, and that's the standings at the end of match day 1 for Group A. Morocco lead the pack on 3 points. They have +4 goals. Algerians follow. The Algeria team also follows with 3 points, but they have +2 goals. Senegal and Kenya, they don't have anything to show, which means their subsequent games would bring a lot of intent in terms of interest in their game. Pamela, 90 minutes of action. There's no doubt about it, about the fact that the North Africans clearly have their work cut out for them. They want to move on to the next stage of the competition. They want to excel. We saw Algeria discipline their opponents from Senegal, and Morocco have also done the same. We shouldn't be too surprised about the results, should we?
No, at all. I mean, from the start of the game, you saw that Morocco, they had the intention to win it.
Okay.
And like Nana said before, the last WAFCON, they performed well, and so they are looking to capitalize on that and do even better. So definitely, we knew that they would go all out, and Kenya didn't even pose any threat at all. So definitely we knew that Morocco were going to be.
Okay. So Nana, now the group has given us a fair idea of what capabilities these teams have. Moving on to match day 2, obviously, we will be expecting maybe some positivity in terms of Senegal, in terms of Kenya, but that is if they can climb the hurdle.
That is why I remember the first game I said, between Senegal and Algeria, the one who will win will join the top team in that group to qualify. Algeria will beat Kenya. Morocco will beat Senegal. They will still move to 6 points. So it means both Senegal and Kenya will not qualify. Because per the 2 games that we watch after match day 1, you can see there's a big gap between the Algeria and Morocco team and the Kenyan and the Senegal team. So I think the 2 teams will qualify, especially the game that I thought it was going to be difficult was between Algeria and Senegal. But Algeria was able to do the business in the first 45 minutes. That penalty and the second goal did the trick for the Algerian team. Morocco, they are way ahead of all the teams in that particular group. So I think for now, it looks like Morocco, Algeria will move from this group to the next round of the competition. I think the first aim for most of these teams is to qualify for the World Cup. Then after qualifying for the World Cup, you get to the semi-final, then you're not thinking about how you can win the competition. And now, per the football I saw from the Moroccan team, they are well contended for this particular tournament.
So we are looking at Morocco and Algeria as key contenders from Group A.
As it stands now.
Okay.
My favorite 4 to move to the World Cup.
You've already settled on your favorite 4.
Yes. Morocco, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. Those are the 4 teams I tipped to go to the semi-final stage of the Women AFCON because they are playing some good football. And in competition, you do permutation at home before you go into games.
Okay.
There are games that you calculate. Let me pick the 3 points from this game. Let me pick 1 point from this game. Let me move to the next one of the competition. Then you start from there.
Can the Kenyans bounce back from this heavy thrashing at the hands of Morocco?
I doubt.
They are not looking good. I think their next game they are playing against Senegal.
Yes.
Senegal will come in as wounded lionesses, so they are looking to at least secure 3 points with Kenya, and then maybe go ahead and look for a draw somewhere with Morocco. And so Kenya are not looking good at all at this stage.
Kenya are not looking good. At least the best outsiders will be Senegal.
It will be difficult for Senegal because personally I think Senegal will beat Kenya. Morocco is likely to get the result against Algeria. The best for Algeria will be a draw, but Morocco is likely to get that 3 points. By the last game, Algeria will beat Kenya. Even if Morocco has qualified in advance, Senegal cannot beat Morocco. So we missed this particular group.
For me, I think Senegal can pull a surprise. They weren't bad. They weren't bad on the day, but if they go back...
I mean, Senegal, we saw
because Morocco have a very good team. But Kenya didn't pose a threat. So we've not seen the best of them yet.
So something can happen when they
well, football is full of uncertainties.
Indeed, it is full of uncertainties. We saw a lot of that during the FIFA World Cup.
Yes.
You know, so again.
But obviously, Senegal,
from what we've seen.
But one thing I saw from the Moroccan team is any opponent who's be able to deal with the area threats of this Moroccan team, they can do something. Because they are both good on the feet with the head.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. Opponents against the Moroccan team should find a way to solve that thing, because about 2 occasions or 3 occasions they score from crosses and header. So the most important thing is to deal with the area threats that Moroccan team comes with. If they are able to do that, they can get the result against them. But they are playing some good football. Host nation, you know, the understanding is there. They are playing as a team, a world coach team, and they are doing well in this particular competition.
I see.
And attacking on all fours. I think they even attack more than Algeria. Always trying to get into the 18 to do something. And that's where Senegal will struggle a bit with the defense if they are not tight at the back there.
Well, obviously, if match day 1 has given us this amount of excitement, then it means that other matches coming up in the other groups on subsequent days will also give us a lot more insight to the teams as to which ones we think would move on to the next stage of the competition. I mean, Group A has already set the standard from what we've seen today.
One thing about women's competition, I don't see teams doing the art of defending proper. When I go into games, there are games you think this team is a strong team. You need to defend as a unit. You need to keep your shape, not to concede goals. It happens in men's game, but we don't see it in women's game. So in a game involving maybe Morocco and against Algeria, you have a proper shape and defend as a team. You don't normally see those things in women's game, but I think this particular competition, depending on the opponent that you are meeting, you should find a strategy to get the results out of them.
Yeah,
I see. All right. Okay, so at least today has been done and dusted. The Moroccans clearly on cloud 9, as it were, showing their superiority in that group. But the Algerians say they are no mere pushovers. And so at least we've sorted out that for Group A. Subsequent matches coming up, and we are hoping that you will join us. This is the final results from Group A, matches played today. Morocco are sitting at the top on 3. Algeria also have 3. Morocco beat their opponents, Kenya, by 4 goals. And Algeria also accounted for Senegal by 2 goals. So Morocco and Algeria, 1 foot in the next stage of the competition. Senegal and Kenya have a battle and a story to tell. So obviously, we will be looking forward to that. Next matches in the group, we'll see Senegal take on Kenya. There are 2 teams that lost on the opening day. And then Morocco will also take on Algeria. And I'm sure that will pull quite a crowd. The North Africans getting into battle. We'll see how that those games go. But it's not ended, it's just begun. And so if you haven't drawn up your schedule, do join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. because we've got key games coming up. And it will involve a lot of prospects from West Africa. South Africa and Tanzania would lock horns. And then La Côte d'Ivoire will also take on Burkina Faso. Top games coming up. And that would account for Group B. And for those of you who have been asking, so when is Ghana playing? Don't forget, Ghana will be playing shortly. Indeed, on Wednesday, we will see Ghana take on Cape Verde in their first encounter. That's how the permutations will go. So we hope and pray that you do stay with us and you do join us when it's action time. Let's all have fun. And of course, let's all support not only the CAF WAFCON, which is the Women's Africa Cup of Nations, but our senior national team, the Black Queens, as well. Nanedu, thank you very much for your time, as always, giving us the best of his best. And for Pamela Ansa Samoa, she made a blissful entry into the studios, and she'll be sharing her rich knowledge with us as we go on in the competition. Gentlemen and lady, once again, thank you very much for your time, your effort, and your presence. Thank you very much on behalf of the entire team that made this possible. We definitely will be coming your way, knocking on your doors again tomorrow. We hope that you will open us and give us solace in your comfort zone so that we walk through the next matches together. Once again, thank you very much. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Let's all have a very good night.